Happy birthday, honey. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy getting memories and greetings from your friends and family. 75 years is a long time, and I'm right behind you. Happy birthday, honey.
Hi, Ted. Happy birthday from the Torgerson clan in Grand Cayman. Here's Neil.
Hi, Uncle Ted. Happy birthday. I think probably my favorite memory with you is when I was fishing with you guys when I was 10. And you and I went out in the skiff and tried to catch some salmon. And you couldn't, put a stick into the water without hitting a bunch. And we didn't catch anything. The only fish that we pulled up was one that we snagged.
And say hi, Joellen.
Hi. Hi, Uncle Ted. Happy birthday. One of my favorite memories, of course, was when I was 10 up in Alaska, and just being out on the boat fishing with you, being told to be careful of the jellyfish coming in off the net, otherwise you get stung.
Yeah, the brown ones are the worst.
Yeah, and then seeing a sea lion and you trying to shoot the sea lion because they ripped through the nets. And I remember when I caught that salmon that actually was tagged, and we had to call the DNR, and they met me on the dock with the salmon that was tagged. So just being out on the boat fishing with you was a lot of fun. So, happy birthday.
And here's Dan.
Happy birthday, Ted. So I'm close behind you. I turned 75 this year also. And one of my most memorable adventures with you was when you and Lucy were up at the hunting shack, and we went out duck hunting, and we didn't get anything, but we took a couple of shots. We came back, and I went to change clothes or something. I came back, and you had taken the shotgun that you were using, completely stripped it down, and said, and I told you, Ted, you don't need to do that. You only fired one shot. This is the only way I know how to clean a shotgun. Always better than expected.
Happy birthday, Ted. I mean, I have several memories, one of which involves the Christmas gift of the thermos you sent to John, and on it was written,
"How do it know?"
in reference to a joke that my dad always told. And then the witch doctor rattle that you sent for John also for Christmas one year, and John proceeded to get up and dance around and do some incantation, and we all left hysterically. So, and my memory too is when Dan and I were up there in 1974 in September, and you took us out fishing. So fishing is just a great memory we all have of you, Ted. So have a happy birthday. Bye.
All right, everybody. Ted, I can't turn the camera, but this is Carrie. I just remember some really competitive pool playing at the Kips that we had a great time. But so one more, happy birthday, Ted! Have a great day.
Happy 75th, Ted.
Happy birthday, Ted. It's been a lot of fun over the years.
It's been a good time, and we'll see you here in a few days. Just want to say happy birthday, and we miss you.
Bye.
Hey, Uncle Ted. Just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Let you know that we've been thinking about you and keeping you in our prayers. And I was just thinking back to some times we had growing up for me, and you're out here in San Diego going to some Padres games, fishing up in Alaska, playing some pranks on people at the docks with some seal bombs. That always gives me a good laugh when I think back to that. But just wanted to let you know we're thinking of you and wish you the best birthday. I hope you enjoy it.
My favorite memory of you and me is when we went out on the Dundas and caught crab. It's the most crab I've ever caught and one of the funnest times I've ever had out on a boat. Happy 75th birthday, Grandpa Oni. I really liked it when you guys made a fun Halloween for us and you letting us downstairs because you was making it so fun. And you was a monster. That was just super fun. Happy birthday, Grandpa Oni.
Hi, Dad. Happy 75th birthday. I wish we could be there with you in person. I wanted to share one favorite memory from, I think, middle school. Chris was up visiting, and we informed you that we were going to go gill netting with you. And so you took out two middle school girls, and I just have so many fun memories from that week with Chris and with you, and it's a real special time. And obviously we have some great photos from that week too. But at the core of my memories with you, Dad, it's that you have always been there cheering me on, good or bad, whatever's going on in my life. You are there propping me up when I need it, and have just been always my number one supporter. So thank you for that, and love you so much. And I just hope it's the most amazing birthday, and you're just, we filled you up with lots of wonderful memories and well wishes, and I'll see you soon. Love you, Daddy.
Hi, Ted. We hear you're having a special birthday. It brought to mind the good old days. We realized we have an awful lot of memory packed into a few years together. I remember working with you at Fish and Game in the early 70s. It seemed like we got into trouble outside of work a few times. Maybe we get a little bit too much friendship. I remember the $250 freeload of gravel when we tried to take some gravel from out the road and bring it over to our place, and my truck broke down. Remember finding a really cool steel circular plate somewhere in an alley, and you decided that would make a great top for a coffee table, so we went to the trouble of taking that up to your place on the hill. And all of our hunting and fishing adventures, it lasted far longer than often planned.
And Lucy and I got to be very good friends and got to know each other really well when we were waiting for you and Barry to come back from some of those fishing trips with our dinner. We'd have everything all ready and expect you at a certain time, and then the two of you would come home hours later. We had to bring something home for dinner, and we're really especially fond and appreciative of the fact that you were the best man at our wedding in 1972. And in fact, I still use your name as a security code for a lot of my passwords. So that's a pretty special thing.
It really is, yeah. And remember when you stopped in Petersburg on the way up with, I think, with your first gill netter, and it was late in the fall, as I recall, and it was rather rough ride up, and particularly that crossing across Taku Inlet, but we made it well, and that kind of launched you in your fishing career.
Well, life got really busy with our jobs and our fishing and our kids, and now that the kids are grown and we don't have jobs, well, now we don't have a whole lot of energy. But we wanted to let you know that you and Lucy have a very, very special place in our hearts. And your kids, too. We really enjoyed visiting with those kids before they got all grown up. And we want to wish you a very, very happy 75th birthday.
From both of us.
You hold a very special place in our hearts.
Happy birthday, Ted. We miss you guys. And Ted, we hope you have a really great birthday. We wish that we could celebrate with you. And we think often of our time up in Alaska with you guys, and we miss having a seafood cookout on the beach. Looking forward to seeing how your birthday went, and we wish you all the best. Love you. Love you. We love you.
Hi, Ted. Happy birthday. We are so happy for you. Hopefully you found a wonderful, amazing way to celebrate today. But I just wanted to share a memory I have of you. So when Adam and I first started dating, we'd probably been dating a year, maybe 2 years, and we went over to Grandma and Grandpa Vono's, and I got to meet you because you were in town, and it was the first time you'd been in town since Adam and I had been dating. And one of the things you said, you sat down, plopped down on the couch next to me, and you said, "What's your favorite type of seafood?" And I thought on it for a second, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't even eat seafood. I don't really love seafood. And I was like, what do I say? And I was like, tuna. And you're like, tuna, ooh, like a tuna fillet or something. And I was like, tuna from the can. And Adam just went like this and looked at me and gave me this look of astonishment that I would tell an Alaska fisherman that my very favorite food was tuna out of a can. So all these years I've told this story, I've laughed about it. I do think that's when Adam realized that I was not going to be somebody that he could make into what he wanted. I was just going to be me, and I'd always be me, but it's worked out. So happy birthday. We love you very much, and we're so happy for you.
Hey, Ted. After this many years, we surely have a lot of memories shared. So I'll just keep it short and tell you about my first active memory with you, the thing that we did together first outside of the house and family was to go to the blessing of the fleet in May, early May on the Dundas. I'm gonna cry because it was the most spiritual blessing I'd ever been to as far as, you know, connection with the sea and the family and the fishermen, and it was just really special. We went out to breakfast. Pastor Sue gave the blessing, and we went out to breakfast afterwards, and I just felt really connected and close and appreciative of your work as a fisherman. And the kids weren't married then, but also, of course, the best thing that we have is the shared grandkids, and I thank you for your part in making Nelson who he is, to be such a great dad to our grandkids. And I'm so lucky I get to celebrate your birthday with you. So happy birthday. I look terrible because I just fell off my paddleboard in front of your house right next to the whale. So that's an unforgettable memory as well. Happy birthday and thank you. I know it's not been said enough for your service, and know how very much I love you, Ted.
Hi, Ted. Hey, Oni. Happy birthday. It's your biggest little sister. Hey, you've always had my back my whole life, and I always have yours. I miss you. Here I'm in my tropical paradise in Southern California, where the weather has been cloudy for the last 2 months, and it's about 60 degrees, so don't be too jealous. All right, I hope I'll see you soon. See what I'm wearing? My favorite t-shirt or sweatshirt. Okay, love you. Have a happy birthday. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Memories from Harold Anderson. On the Invictus in Lynn Canal, tangling my foot in the gill net as Ted was setting. Fortunately, he reversed before I was swept overboard. Going on a herring gill net trip to Gunalchéesh, scrubbing herring scales off our oilskins all the way back, making a lot of money on that trip. Waking Ted from his sleep as we were running north in Stevens Passage, Dundas was on autopilot, I was on iceberg watch, and lost the radar signal. Giving Ted a set of Southeast Alaska U.S. Coast Guard maps for his birthday. He got teary. Going deer hunting, going bottom gill net, bait fishing. Ted teaching me how to catch halibut on an industrial scale. Ted rescuing Ernie Kohayes and crew from his upside-down boat. Ted and the Dundas towing the Sweet Painted Lady with Harold and Don Beard aboard through the night from Elfin Cove to Juneau, and the sea was glassy. Ted air freighting mussels, and not clams, to Gary and Haynes to enjoy with the Super Bowl. Ted seeing a moose on the Lynn Canal beach, anchoring the Dundas, donning his survival suit, and swimming ashore to go moose hunting. Could this be true? I was not there. Learning numerous old Indian tricks from Ted. Ted disciplining Topsy with his BB gun because she was making cat noise under his bedroom window. The cat was fine. Vacationing in Hawaii with Ted and Tori. Where was Lucy? Nelson was fishing. In Hawk Inlet, shooting the biggest buck ever. Ted was jealous. Ted fixing an exhaust leak on Juneau's Sweet Pain Lady, saving at least 3 lives. Ted loving his wife and children. Ted always with a funny story. Happy birthday, Ted, from Harold Anderson.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. I remember driving the boat. I love watching Bob with you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
A joyous 75th birthday to you, Ted Merrell. I so enjoyed our time when we all lived in the flats together, and your dear Lucy and I would garden and laugh and herd the kids around. Tori would come and help me and with the babies when Maddie and Abe were little. And who could forget Nathan and Nelson and their escapades and fishing in Nelson's puddle on B Street. It was a good time. So to a great Alaskan and a great fisherman, somebody who served his family and his community and his country with distinction, I hope no matter what the weather is on June 9th, rainy or not, I hope you feel the warmth of the love of all your friends and family and dear wife and children and grandchildren showering you with joy on your birthday. Happy, happy birthday.
Hey, Uncle Ted. Oren here. Just wanted to drop a line for you and wish you a happy birthday, and hope you're doing well. I just wanted to kind of talk about some memories that I have from my trip up to Alaska when I was a young lad. I remember specifically staying up with Nelson until the sun came up very early in the morning. I remember going to see the glacier. Most of all from that trip, though, I remember my time on the Dundas. And I remember you teaching me a bunch of different card games that I didn't know. I remember you gave me at the end of the trip a buoy from the boat, and you wrote a bunch of stuff on it. And one of the things said that I'm going to be a card shark when I grow up. And to this day, I still love playing cards. And I remember watching my first R-rated movie on the boat, Backdraft, which is still one of my favorite movies. And I still remember the smell of the boat, smell of the sea, smell of the fish, all that kind of stuff. I still have the pocket knife that I got at the end of that trip. I still keep it next to me at all times, and Bjorn covets it, of course, so someday that knife will be his. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you for those memories that I still hold on to fondly and think of often. And I love you, and I hope you have a very, very happy birthday.
St. Olaf, he sure is the real stuff. His Dundas is the cream of the vessel so great. He fishes fast and furious, 'cause fish are injurious. Today he's 75 and probably alive. Oh, yeah, yeah, 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 yeah. Now Ted comes from Alaska, his family is fine. Lucy is the cream of the wives divine. Ted fights fast and furious, his spirit is curious. Today is his birthday and he's 75. Oh, yeah, yeah, 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 yeah. Birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Ted, happy birthday to you.
Uncle Ted. We're Summer and Paige and Cooper and Bodie,
And
wishing
Ranger.
you a happy birthday, and just wanted to share one of my, well, no specific memory, but one of my very favorite memories. I always remember going out on the Dundas with you when I was a kid, and I always remember Sheba jumping off the boat into the water, swimming around and coming back, and now we have our own black lab who loves the water as well, and so we have lots of fun memories from Alaska and from the Dundas, and memories with you. So we're wishing you the happiest of birthdays and hope you enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Hey Ted, happy birthday. I just wanted to say one of the highlights of my fishing career, being out there with you and Nelson and Edgar, and that was just way too much fun, playing quarters on the way out to the grounds or hauling 80-pounders over the rail. So happy birthday, man. Hope it's going good. Later.
Hi, Ted. Happy birthday. I have a couple of things that are kind of really sweet memories that I have I'd like to share with you. One was I was at home sleeping at my parents' home, and I was awakened by the sound of pebbles on my window. So I went to my window and I looked out, and there you were, the next floor down, looking up at me, and you were in the Army. And so I was really surprised to see you. So I went down and let you in, and then you stayed overnight, and I believe Lucy was at college, and so you spent the night with my family. And what happened after that, I don't remember. But it was really fun to see you. Another memory I have that was kind of funny for me was we were in Hawaii, and your family and my family and my grandma was there, and we were there to celebrate I believe your engagement. And I was in my room with my sisters, and you came to the door and wanted Lucy. It was late. It was after bedtime. You came to the door and you wanted Lucy to join you. So Lucy went out, and I thought to myself, you are going to get in so much trouble. And then for both of those instances, you were seeking my sister Lucy. It was very romantic. So here's to you, Ted. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ted. Wave goodbye.
Hey, big brother. Happy birthday. How'd you get so old? Wishing you the best, and I'll see you soon, coming up to visit. Also, a couple things I've been thinking about. I don't know if I ever properly thanked you for letting me drive your 69 Dodge Charger with the huge engine. It's the fastest I ever drove. I got it up to 95 and on a little two-lane Minnesota back road and chickened out. Didn't quite make it to 100. Maybe next time. Have a good one. See you soon. Take care.
Hi again, Ted. During our video yesterday, I remembered a lot of different things that we had done. It just brought back a lot of memories, and I was thinking about that last night. You know, we really packed a lot of adventures into a few short years that we were together there in Juneau, and I will never forget that. Your 22-foot bartender was just the perfect southeast boat, and we covered a lot of ground in that. I remember in particular at least 3 trips to Hawk Inlet, a couple of them fishing and one of them hunting deer. And one of the earlier trips, we used a dip net, and I remember catching a canoe full of crab, just dipping them off the bottom at low tide. And I can't remember what we did with all those crab, but I remember them crawling around the bottom when we were catching them. And we also caught sea run cutthroat in the kelp beds that trip, which was kind of a unique thing for me. And the one deer hunting trip, I think you were successful, and if I recall, I was not. but I remember Martin trying to take the carcass from you during the night and having to deal with that. And I remember that time that we were in that same area where we caught the seine crew killing dog salmon up in that stream. And we told them we were from Fish and Game, and we recognized that they were subsistence fishing, but they needed to keep all of their catch. And they had come ashore in wetsuits, and remember them swimming back out to the seine boat, dragging those salmon behind them, and the expletive that the skipper shouted out as they came alongside, "What are you doing?" And we got a big chuckle out of that and thought that was probably better punishment than anything else they would have had to go through. But it also occurred to me the time that we had flown over Point Howard and saw a lot of geese in the cove, and tried to get there on opening day of duck season in my boat, and got kind of lost in the fog, and we ended up on Lincoln Island. And I think we got a limit of ptarmigan instead of a limit of geese, but at least we still got something, which was pretty typical for a lot of our outings. So just all those memories started flooding back, and I really, really, really appreciate the time we spent together. Happy birthday, Ted.
Hey there, Ted. Happy birthday. Just had a few great memories with you through the years, and some things we don't maybe want the grandkids to hear about. I remember back in, I think it was 1972, maybe 1971. I don't know when Lucy was graduating from St. Olaf, but you two were down there living in house sitting for one of the professors. And I came down to visit on one weekend day, and I had a new car, a 1964 Mustang High Performance 289. So we're out in the country driving that thing. And you were driving, and you looked over to me, John, and he says, "John, will it go 120? And I said, "Ted, I have no idea." And he said, "Well, there's a straight stretch coming up, so why don't we give it a try?" It did. That was funny. I thought the wheels were going to come off. That was good. Well, a couple other things to remember. June, I believe it was 1978. Chris and I were up there with Ben. He was only 1 year old. You were fishing, and you were utilizing old Bob's fishing license, I believe. You had leased it or something. And part of that arrangement was that you had to help out with him with his medical needs and that sort of thing. So we went down in your boat to his shack down, I forget the cove he lived in, so I could examine. I just graduated from my medical residency, so I was going to do a well check on old Bob, and I don't think that Bob believed I was actually a doctor. He didn't trust me, but anyway, he was doing fine. So old Bob, there's a history all of his own. But anyway, I remember that. I think also we did some fishing that day. Some place called Alice's Restaurant. Was I guess you can catch anything you want there. So that's the name. Last question I had. Was there any kind of grounds crew on the beaches around Juneau so they could pick up all those golf balls you were driving off of your boat? That was hilarious. All right. Happy birthday, buddy. Love you.
Happy birthday, Uncle Ted. It's an honor to be able to send you birthday greetings. I wish we could do it in person. Lots to reflect on, and one of the things that was really special for me was the time that I was able to spend up in Alaska, and that visit at such a young age was so special because I did some things that I've never done and still have never done since, like sleep on a fishing boat and catch fish as big as I was and haul them back. I remember watching Red Dawn on the boat, and as a 10-year-old, that was pretty awesome. And I remember making pancakes, and I can still remember the smell of the fish and the rubber boots and the rain gear. And I remember getting to shoot a big gun for the first time off the side of the boat. I think we shot a 30-06 at a tree maybe from the ocean. That was cool. But I really felt like I was part of a team and part of the crew, which was really cool. And so thanks for making me feel welcome and safe in that regard. On that trip, you gave me a special gift, and I don't know if you remember this or not, but you gave me a beaver pelt, and I still have it. And on the back, which is special too, you wrote, "To my nephew Ben, my kind of guy." I sat on this for a long time after I came back from that Alaska trip. It was on my stool at my parents' house, so when I would do my homework, I always sat on this, and it still is just really a special souvenir and reminder of that trip. And so happy birthday. Thanks for always making me feel special. Whenever we talk, whenever we get the chance to talk, which isn't often enough, I always feel like I'm important, and that I mean a lot. So that's a really special gift, and thank you for sharing that. And 75 years, you've loved to hear more stories and spend more time together. So hopefully we're able to do that soon. But happy birthday to you, Uncle Ted. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi, Ted. Happy birthday. Happy 75th birthday. Lots of love. Celebrate yourself, and lots of love from me and from Carl. Have a good one.
Hi, Dad. I've been watching and learning from you my entire life, and the trend continues to this very day. So, hope you're having a good birthday full of lots of love and lots of laughter. Happy birthday. Love you. Bye.